This one. Yeah. Isn't this interesting? Okay, so let's take a look at her whole body of work. Okay, by the way, those pillows, I think, are these, she's actually made concrete pillows. Yeah, this one. So pillows and a neon light. Oh, inside the installation. Okay. All right, so let me explain this one. And this one is by Beryl Orr. I'll read that while you look at this. Okay. Beryl Orr's work reflects the political situation in her home country of Turkey. She's from Turkey, and its impact on people's everyday lives. Orr recognizes the need to create personal bubbles of safety, recovery, and retreat as mechanism for coping with political absurdity. She uses everyday objects like pillows and comforter to reflect sleep, and by integrating different elements such as concrete, steel, sound, light, sometimes scent, she creates a sense of tension and restlessness. By using sleep as a metaphor, she creates escape spaces, limbo spaces, and examines sleep's function in helping people heal from or hide from painful memories. Okay. Oh, and let's see. So there's that one. And then somebody asked about the white object in mine. And let's see. Oh, here's a comment. Your sculpture looks like a neural network of collective memory. I logged on late, so perhaps you spoke to that. Oh my God. Okay. I love that interpretation. I love that interpretation so hard. I'm going to say that again. Your sculpture also looks like a neural network of collective memory. All right. So that, let's see if we can focus on the tube there, or the jar. That is an empty jar of massage lotion that the contributing sex worker took a Sharpie and wrote down the words that her clients emailed to her after the session. And you can actually go in that and spin that and read it, much like a prayer wheel. A collective, yeah, it's a monument of memory, right? And how the objects arrived to me. Some people, okay, so I ended up having dinner with Carol Queen, and she told me stories of each object. I ended up over at Annie Sprinkle's house, and she gifted me with objects of her memories, but other things showed up anonymously. I can't speak. Anonymously. Like a box of what appeared to be somebody's entire costume and props of sex work, like a large box, arrived with cute outfits and crops and whips and restraints, but no name, and only thing it was a greeting card that said, "Thanks for unburdening me." That could mean so many things. And with Dorian poppers over there, you can get the sense of the scale of size. Yeah. Why don't I make art that you can hang from the wall? What is wrong with me? All right. Hey, Mark, it was good to see you. Yeah, what is wrong with me? I keep making these giant things. Yeah. Hey, Dorian, you're welcome to touch it, go in it. I know you saw it in New York.
How do you feel about getting this show fabulous show it was in Leslie Lohman, and if it
how it
feels different to you, or same, or if anything's changed about it?
Well, what feels different is that no one can actually be here without without having to make an appointment. I mean, this show and this work really, this particular piece, I want people to touch it. I want people to be in it. I want them to smell it. You can smell this piece. There's this amazing hemp smell to it. I want to hear random conversations that happen around this. And it really is a piece to be in. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah. And see, I love it when people touch the work. You know, and it's not surprisingly starting to look like somewhere between a tree and a gown. It just changes. Yeah, there you are. And all right, let me ask you, since you're in here, okay?
Yes.
What does it feel like being in it?
It feels cozy. Like, it feels like, I don't know, like, it feels really cozy, like a spot for relief from any troubles.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the sun's coming out, which means you can see the lace shadow on the ground. At the New York exhibition, they had it lit in such a way that there would be a lace pattern on the wall and the floor. Oh, that painting in there. It's like a steak or a pork chop. Yeah. Hi, Monica. See, I love seeing people in it, and I love seeing people touching it. Yeah.
I just found the Eat Me and Doodle.
Uh-huh.
With me.
And somebody just asked, I wonder how beautifully the piece would age in color with touch over time. Oh, yeah, good point. Oh, see this little, glitter garter? This one's from Joe Weldon, the burlesque teacher.
Nice.
Yeah. I suppose this would be like a conservationist nightmare because I allow people to touch it. You know, as long as they're not trying to climb on it. But that's a different artwork. I've actually done climbable artwork.
I love the climables.
I want to be able to do that again. And so many things, as is common for a lot of my installation and woven pieces, I put in little hidden messages. So I'll share a couple here. Let's see. When you're inside, okay, so go ahead and go inside, and if you put your back up against the back wall and look up, there's an executioner's mask that's looking down at the very top.
Oh.
So there's an executioner's mask that's looking down, and I put that as like a guarding gargoyle.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a protective gargoyle in there. That's Cecilia Tan's keyboard. When she first started getting paid for writing smut. And somewhere in there is a telephone, and I figured that if I just left it to the workers to decide the objects of memory, that I would be happily surprised. So, the things that I got, like one earring, and of course there's tools of the trade like crops and ropes and dildos, but then there's a glass cup and a mouse and yeah. Oh, you found the phone? Yeah. Good. And there's a giant black dildo in there from Marlo Gale.
My neighbor.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I really hope that I'm going to get other chances to show this work. It's large, it's monumental, it's kind of epic, and it needs the right show and the right curator. So I'm putting it out there, y'all, that if there's a show that this should be shown in, to let me know, let them know. Otherwise, it sits in a box in my storage unit. And I'm going to keep adding artifacts to it. Yeah. Hey, good to see you too. And let's take a backwards walk out towards the front of the gallery. And I keep making these ridiculously large work that's impossible to capture in a standard photographic frame. Hey, thanks you all for joining me today in my impromptu art gallery tour in lieu of an actual in-person celebrating. One day, I want us to be in the same space. By the way, that's a piece of artwork. It is awesome. It echoes the way in which the island that her parents are from is slowly sinking into the ocean. Yeah. I'm hoping that in the after times that we'll be able to celebrate art together. In the meantime, I continue making. I am continuing to apply to residencies and apply to shows. If you all hear of any opportunities, no curators, please pass it along to me. Sometimes I feel like I work in isolation. So I am very thrilled to be part of this show at Root Division, Introductions 2020. And I'll talk more about this over in my Patreon. If you're a Patreon subscriber and support, thank you. Hey, Jerry! Oh my God, good to see you. Hi. All right. I'm gonna log off now so I can go talk with my friend Dorian Katz there. Okay, I'll log on again another time. Let me pop this around.